glad BP is still got people out here. They should have kept more people, you know. Because like if a storm comes in, they're going to be like, oh shit, you know. Yeah.
It's out there. It's not up on the beach. It's underwater. It's not their problem.
I know.
They don't have to worry about it as much as if they're washing up.
Yeah, but inevitably it's going to, though. It's going to come up sooner or later. Probably sooner and later.
Yeah, that's what we heard.
It's going to be coming for a while.
Look at all the little hermit crabs.
A whole bunch of them, huh? They've been bringing some sand in too, boy.
Sure have.
They just brought this a whole bunch of sand in the night before last.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's why it looks like this.
Yeah, because man, it was flat, you know, and then they just brought and the coast here was like, when was it? Day before yesterday. Day before yesterday. Man, there was tar balls every frickin' where. And the DEQ guy was out here, and he got on his radio. And that night they came in, man, and they just dumped sand and more sand and more sand and more sand. Yep.
Buildings here, they want to try to keep it pretty, so
yep.
They'll come out and cover it up. They got like 7 stages of this. We're at stage 1.
You're stage 1?
Yes, ma'am. So the next stage, they got a tractor that's going to come. And the edge of the beach is going to dig down and take about a 1.5 foot. And everything up under the 1.5 foot is going to dig up and
oh, is that sifter-like thing?
Yes, ma'am. Kick the sand back out. And tar balls all over that are buried under.
Yeah, I don't make it out here at night when they're doing that stuff.
Yeah.
They do that at night. But I'm just glad that somebody's here. There was a couple, you know, a man and a woman that was working out here the other day. And I stopped them and thanked them, you know. I said, man, thank you for being here. I was under the impression there for a while, though, that BP let everybody go. And, you know, that the only people we had down here were, like, working for the city or something, you know. They let a lot of people go.
Yes, ma'am. They let our company that we work for let a lot of people.
Now, before the oil spill, did you have, you know, like...
Before the oil spill, I was offshore.
Oh, you were an oil worker?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so you understand how rough it got.
Oh, God, yeah. I got friends that are fishermen and, you know, and crabbers and oil workers and all that, you know, that lost their jobs. Yeah. That sucks. So, yeah, did you work for BP before?
No, ma'am. I did not work for them.
You worked for Shell or something?
I worked for Western Geo. And we decided to work for Shell, Texaco, and Chevron.
Oh, okay. So you were a sub to the... Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So did you got like laid off or something because of the spill?
It's hard to... And man, he's like, man, I hadn't made a dime. He said, I'm going in the hole. I said...
Well, we just went to a DMR meeting the other day, and the DMR, they're not going to open oyster season just yet, you know, because you know, there aren't enough live oysters, number one, and they haven't done enough testing.
That's hard on people that...
Yeah, and then they said when they do open it up, though, they're going to limit them to 5 sacks. Well, how can an oyster boat go out and get 5 sacks of freaking oysters, and then if they can...
They're not going to even pay for the ice or the fuel to go out there.
Exactly.
My friend, he got a 48-foot boat and a 63-foot boat.
Exactly. You can't get out...
$3,000 on ice.
Exactly, and then it's probably $5,000 on gas.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, what are you going to do with 5 sacks of oysters, you know?
Yeah,
it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. You know, and then of course BP, for the oyster fishermen, if they don't get their license and they don't go out there and catch their 5 little sacks of oysters, they're going to say, well, you know, oyster season is open and you're just choosing not to go out and get the oysters, so you're not going to get no benefits.
Yeah, that's messed up.
That's messed up, you know?
Man, oh man.
glad I'm not an oyster fisherman. Or a crabber's the same thing. The crabbers, they're making them sign a waiver that says that their crabs are good. Well, how does a crabber know that they're, they go, and why should they have to sign a waiver? Because if they go out there and they're in waters that are open, that have supposedly been tested, then how, why would the crabber even have to sign something that says my crabs are okay? Because the government's telling them they're okay, But then it makes it their fault if somebody gets sick off the crab. I don't know. Don't make no sense.
It doesn't make it much sense to me either. Well, I better get moving.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you again for...
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Thank you again. Really appreciate it.
Yeah,
we want it back to normal.
Oh, yeah. Certainly do.
Like you said, I want our kids and grandkids and everybody else to be able to enjoy it like we always did.
That's right.